Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for whom you're dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, Drop the 3 Tarot. She's read through as well. Thank you. Who was that? Oh. All right, let's see what's going on. I don't know why I was thinking of another sign's energy while shuffling for you, Capricorn. Damn, that's I've seen that a couple of times. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. Jeez. Damn. Where are we going here, Crosswatcher? Don't mean nothing by it. The movie, the movie Grandma's Boy, Capricorn, when they're super high, and I forget who's calling who, but he picks up the phone. He's like, "Who is this?" And he's like, his eyes are completely red. He's like, "Is this Satan?" Oh man. Like, what? Well, there's the energy kind of flipping out that I was talking about or sensing when I was shuffling. Eventually he responds with like, "I'm too high, like we're too high to drive to Satan's house." Wow. Do partake responsibly. Okay, so jumping into this, Capricorn. What is going on? Damn. Okay, so just jumping in. I don't know what that's about. They're kind of saying, strongly emphasizing, like they don't really, how do I say this? They don't really want to bother or do much. And unfortunately, whatever the situation or circumstances are between the two of you, which is interesting because they do show me some sort of connection, but what that connection is, I don't know. It shows up there, but they're kind of just winging it and kind of, driving through life, we'll say, on the edge of their seat. What is that? There's such an energy of like you are just flying by the edge of your seat, literally. And they even understand and know and recognize, like, they don't know how much longer they can kind of do this or get away with this. And that's the thing. They're not enjoying themselves. They are not enjoying themselves. They're trying to make the best of it. And unfortunately, they're just like, I don't know how much more I can kind of do this, or live this way or keep this up. But whatever is going on, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're searching for something. I don't know what they're searching for, Capricorn, but they're searching for something. I mean, clearly they know they're not happy. Clearly they know they're not having a good time. And whatever the situation or circumstances are, whether it be with you or kind of on their own, whatever it is, they're just kind of, in other words, trying to make peace with it. But it's kind of this, long shot energy of like, will they ever be happy? Will things ever calm down? Will things ever be smooth? I will say they are holding on for the best. There's that energy that I was wondering. This is between the two of you. Okay. They're like, Capricorn, I choose you. Okay, they choose you, Capricorn. I feel like their idea of happiness, well, they see you as happiness. I'm not gonna say like you're their guiding light, but possibly. They're saying you definitely are something worth pursuing that seems like in the distance, but what does that mean? Jeez. What's the difficulty? Why can they, like, what's the difficulty of like just being direct, forward, or straight? What's the difficulty with that? They're kind of emphasizing like they themselves. It's kind of a situation where they kind of emphasize like it's not, for some reason it's not you, Capricorn, it's them, but I don't know in what context or specific way or form. They're like, it's not you. They're making that very clear. Like, it's not you, Capricorn. It's me. But when it comes to it's me, I don't know what they mean by that. I don't know like what's in their way, what's preventing them, what's stopping them, what the obstacles are. I don't know. Goodness gracious. Well, there you are, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. What is that? Goodness. Geez, that is, what a situation. They are, I don't know what that is. Are those, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. There's some, like, once again, are there addiction, substances, and vices in this? And it's like, are they trying to get sane? Like, interesting, sane. Are they trying to get clean or sober or something like that? Because they show me like they kind of have other responsibilities or priorities that they kind of have to clear up and take care of first. And then it's kind of like as they're kind of getting things lined up and in order for themselves, then they're kind of like, okay, now we can kind of focus on me and you, Capricorn. I don't know what that is though. What? Oh my goodness. I don't understand that. The literally Okay, I said sober and clean, and the first thing that came out was seen. Um, Unfortunately, Capricorn, they're juggling you and another. It falls under the umbrella of toxicity, substances, vice, and addictions. They're juggling you and another. Unfortunately, you'll have to use your discernment and judgment as to which connection you are. Because they're showing me two different energies. They're showing me one person they're fully committed to and devoted to. Meanwhile, the juggle is with someone else that clearly things are not on good terms with. In those they're not both you. They're not both you. That's why they seem to be in a bit of a bind or a holdup. Um, Jeez Louise, I gotta show you. I just gotta show you. The Seven of Swords, I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. The Seven of Swords shows up very quickly. Unfortunately, they know they're in a third party situation with you. I don't know why they present this energy of they are who they are. They're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. Um, they do kind of show me this energy of like they're single. So if they're like a bachelor, bachelorette, I mean, if it makes sense, if everyone's single, but if they're not, uh-oh. I feel as if they are trying to, how do I say this? Are they in an open relationship? Are they fluid? What's their preference? I have to ask these questions because for some reason, um, what they're emphasizing is they're kind of having these energetic fallouts with multiple people, and you're not the only one. And that's why they're kind of getting this energy of like they're trying to kind of like keep track of how many people they are talking to or communicating with. And unfortunately, there's a Seven of Cups. They kind of get to this point where they're like, oh, fuck it. I just don't even know what I want. They're not even emotionally speaking. They kind of like, it's weird. They kind of get themselves into such a bind or an entanglement with multiple people to where they're like, I don't even actually know what I want or what I'm looking for, going for in someone. They're kind of doing it to themselves. So if they are unfortunately playing you, they're playing themselves too. They don't know what they want. Hello, Crosswatcher. You are emphasizing that. You're like, actually, no. What the fuck? Huh? Why are you? I don't understand that. So you're playing Capricorn, but you're emphasizing. No, 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 no. I do know what I want. Financial stability and security above all else. That's why you're emotionally confused as to what or who you want, because you're looking for a end that justifies the means. You're looking to financially be taken care of. In other words. So this is kind of like energetic, survival. We'll go with it. Eight of Cups. So now you're kind of contradicting yourself and saying, actually, no, I don't give a shit or fuck about any of this. So the last 14 and a half minutes was a lie? I'm confused. Um, okay, they say, because I just said what I said, they say fuck this, and they go back to that singular mindset and perspective of fuck love, get money. Fuck love, get money. They go back to trying to get, I guess, their house in order. They go back to trying to get their finances stacked up and accumulated. They go back to trying to get, I guess, some sort of place of their own stability, security, their own roof over their head. Um, I don't know what that is, Capricorn. They kind of just skedaddled. They're like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like figured. They emphasize like this like, skitter scatter. They emphasize I'm just trying to figure out what I want, what I'm all about, and where I'm going, and what I'm doing in life. And it's like, okay, so then by the time they're in that energy, they I guess accumulate some sort of information or some sort of knowledge or intel, you could say. Oh no! I'm just kind of like playing along and kind of entertaining the thoughts and ideas and kind of following my curiosity. But then they're actually like, actually, I don't give a shit about any of this. I realize that my priority is I just need to kind of like focus on myself. Okay, so you as well are kind of wasting Capricorn's time the same way that sometimes who Aquarius asks for and deals with is wasting their time every once in a while. Okay, we'll see where this one goes, Capricorn. Because, like I said, overall over here, they're just like, fuck love, get money. They're like, actually, the truth is, now that the cat's out of the bag and he said something, I'm just going to focus on myself. And it's like, that's easier. And it's like, wow. Okay, bye.